Very good, my dear friends, welcome. In the previous video, we addressed the most common fears that occur during the first date and explored the fear of disappointing expectations. Now we should figure out what to do after the first date. Because we have to deal with the real person and not just with the image we have of her. So we need a moment to bring her into focus. And to bring her into focus, our own things must disappear, or at least fade away, and theirs must appear. We would need to take some time to foster this settling and to focus on what really moves us toward her or toward him. Because I think that if you are a little bit careful, you will sense a lot of things that can guide us in choosing when or how to communicate with each other after the first meeting. It is common on the web to recommend a number, which is the number 3, that tells how many days we have to wait before we show up after the first meeting. I have to say, in my opinion, the 3-day rule is not nonsense at all. They are a physiological time in order to give each other time to glide a little bit. In short, we can call it a tidying up time for both of us. Moreover, this time also facilitates the increase of craving. Because we saw each other for the first time, perhaps we were profuse, perhaps excessive. Maybe we've gone overboard, and you have to be careful with enthusiasms. You know, each other's time is a very important time. Then there is a very important notion that has arisen in the field of sexology. It is a scientific concept that is called psychosensory progression, and this, in the field of sexology, is about sexual interaction. The central principle is that the tactile stimulus or physical stimulus, the behavioral stimulus, must be light at first. Because the other person's body, the other person's brain is slow or still, or moving very, very slowly. I cannot give extra stimulation disproportionate to what he can process, take in and value at that moment. This applies to so many other topics and so many other aspects of our lives. The time, the rhythm, the manner, and the step at which we proceed, we move forward are crucial. Our brain is predisposed for modulation. It can modulate, it can change the modes, change the pace, the rhythm. Like those are dance steps. When you change pace, you are not just changing speed and acceleration. Rather, it is a way of pacing and movement that is made up of more things. I say all this because I would like to avoid what we are saying being understood as a strategic method of producing something at all costs. Because we do not want to and should not produce something at all costs. We want to learn to dance. We want to learn to tempo. I don't have to start a relationship necessarily. Using techniques and strategies, I have to be a faithful representative, a person who faithfully embodies the laws of relations between man and woman. To become neighbors, intimates, partners. True partners, companions. Partners, I am one part and you and the other part, you know. So if she or he speeds up right away, I'd better change pace. I'd better slow down slightly. We must never fill or saturate each other. This is how a love story that is in its beginning, but has not yet become a story, or perhaps is about to become, and is announcing itself as a possible love story, should make live within it extraordinarily beautiful laws, which we will gradually bring into focus. We are to keep alive what is needed in the beginning, to give life to a relationship that will be carried on until the very last moment, until even the final farewell and final thanksgiving. There are people who die and thank their partner for all that she or he did, for all that they had to endure, for all the patience with which he or she took care of us. In short, from the first goodbye to the last, the laws do not change, nor do the forces that hold, that make, keep beautiful, and keep a love story alive. Someone says to me, but how can one learn the things you know? One person went a little too far and said, "How can one become like you?" I didn't answer at that time, but I can answer right now. One does by loving, by gradually learning to appreciate. But how can someone learn to appreciate? By knowing and seeing. Because in every place where we will be, we will have the opportunity to look around and breathe the air, touch walls and caress materials and more. We need to keep in touch with reality by using our senses. This raises in us the intuition and the desire to continuously learn, to really see where we are and who we are with and in what relationship we can be with others. We have to be able to see what beauty can be generated among us. We have to understand the place and the people we are with. Coming back to our talk, I wanted to say be careful. To lighten up, but not only to lighten up, to also give you propulsion, because you have to become light. In this way, you can start to take the steps again and have the propulsion, which comes from the good things that you start to glimpse and see better and better, while the bad things get smaller and smaller. But now you have to go back and watch the video again, listen again. Go back and listen again. Go back. Do as I do. I do this. Forward, back. I go on. I repeat. I wish everybody to do that. Gradually in small doses. I'm used to it. I do it all the time. So start with small doses.